working out has been scientifically proven to give you more energy.
You need energy.
Geek bar on set. I think that's gonna be something that's gonna be like my ad lib. Like, you know how rappers have ad libs? And at the beginning of every song, we go geek bar on set.
Howdy, hello, how you doing? I go by the name of Curtis. I want to be Christopher Bumstead when I grow up. Welcome to my show. So today I'm going to be going back to the gym for the first time in like 2.5, 3-ish weeks. And you may be thinking to yourself, hey, that's not like a really long time, but I've been going to the gym consistently for about like 2.5 years now, and not going to the gym is genuinely like a mental toll on me at this point. Like, it's become such a standard and concrete part of my routine that I can't stand to not do it. I'm kind of like and type A about stuff like that. Like, my routine is very set, and there's certain things I have to do every day, and that's just how it is. That's how I stay sane, that's how I stay stable, that's how I stay locked in. Now, I do need to talk about the elephants in the room. First of all, yes, I do have on acrylic nails. It's a long story. Eat your girlfriend out before I do. They look hot. Also, I haven't really been active on any of my social media in a really long time, and I don't want to say I don't want to say I want to be an influencer when I grow up, because oh my god, I don't. I just create content when I feel like it, because I love it, because it's something I like to do. I definitely am not trying to go viral in any way. Gosh. But I want to stay consistent. I'm trying to get more consistent with posting, because I'd like it to be part of my schedule as well. It's a good creative outlet for me. While the gym is an amazing way to exercise my physical body, I need a way to exercise my mental body, my creative mind, and my imagination. And I think creating content is an amazing way to do that. So it is currently 12 something in the morning, and I am at Crunch Fitness in my hometown. I don't know how many people are up in here. I'm going to try to film no matter what, at least a little bit. we're gonna see what happens. All right, let's go. All right, first things first on the realist.
First things first, I'm the realist.
So today we are gonna hit a little back by shoulder action. I'm not gonna be really focusing on like my mid back today. I'm really been focusing on my lats, my shoulders. Really trying to that Dorito look. I'm trying to look like an upside down tortilla chip. So basically, come here. Say what's up.
Please don't beat me.
Can I put that in?
What's up?
This is my boy. My boy right here. He is a mall security guard. He's a rent-a-cop. Rent my boy. Come buy my boy.
You could just said a security guard.
But
you could just said a security guard.
But you gotta be like detailed for like.
You ain't gotta be that damn detailed.
But like for blind people, you gotta be detailed.
They're blind. They don't. You can just lie to them.
Blind people in chat.
Blind people in chat. It's crazy. They'll never know what I look like.
Blind people in chat. Guess what this guy looks like?
Somebody gonna comment dark.
Bro, law dog in the comments. No, for real though, one time, in my comment section, somebody called me a they them Ed Sheeran. Actually, on my first video, bro, someone called me a they them Ed Sheeran.
I'm stealing it.
You're stealing that? It's crazy. Right, dog. Enjoy your workout, fam. That's my boy. I fuck with that motherfucker hard. So one thing about me is I do quite enjoy the act of the ego lift on occasion. I can't lie. And you know what ego lifting is? Ego lifting is part of like toxic gym culture in a way. Ego lifting is so everyone knows like Planet Fitness, like the lunk alarm, right? So think that guy. I don't know if y'all would hear that, but someone just saying there was that guy. Did it again. That guy. And that's my boy over there. I know exactly who that is. But I think I was talking about ego lifting, right? So basically, ego lifters are people who prioritize weight over reps, weight over form, looking cool over doing it right. But you see that guy in the gym squatting like four plates, and I want to be him. He's cool. But then you see the guy in the gym squatting full plates, and he's going mm, like that. And it's like, okay, you're ego lifting right now. That's what that is. People who lift to boost their ego and to feel like they're doing something really cool, but who actually can't really do it right. That's a really big thing with me. Is if you can't lift the weight with the right form, you can't lift the weight at all. Because form is everything. And I still get corrected on my form to this day. Like, I was watching some gym videos on TikTok the other day, and I found out that I've been doing an entire lat exercise, which I'll probably do later. I found out that I've been doing it wrong the whole time. I was like, well, I wonder why I can't feel this in my lats. I'm like, maybe the weight's not high enough. No, we're just doing it wrong. But no, I sometimes I'll ego lift, and I do it to prove myself. I do it as an attempt to prove myself to prove to people that I belong in the gym. Because, quite frankly, sometimes I don't look like it. I'm like 5'3" ish. I got decent legs. I got all right shoulders. But I'm on the little on chip side sometimes, and sometimes I don't look like I work out at all. I got mad sleeper build, but so I want to prove that I'm strong to people. But then I think about it, and what reason do I have to be proving myself to any of these people? I don't know them. They don't know me. They don't know my story. They don't know why I'm here. They don't know what my goals are in the gym. So how are they gonna judge me? That's a really big thing with judgment in the gym. Is we're all here under a common goal. We're all here for a similar purpose, and that purpose being to better ourselves in some way. So, genuinely, no one's out here judging anyone, at least not at my gym. We're all pretty cool, actually. I mean, occasionally we get the dirty look, but that's everywhere. I do not have my hat on backwards because I am a douchebag. I have my hat on backwards because you can't see my face and my hat's on forwards. Watch. Don't look at my hair, bro. Censor that. Like, you can't see my face. Like, I look like evil. So, that bit in How I Met Your Mother where there's like the captain, right? And you see like this half of his face, and you see that half of his face and it's evil, and you see this half of his face and he's like Jigglypuff.
Look, he seems happy. Seems like a nice guy. But the top half of his face wants to murder you.
All right, so we're gonna be starting off with some cable curls with a short bar, and you're gonna have a close grip bar. I don't know what attachments are called. I'm gonna be so for real with you right now. I hope my mic doesn't die like halfway through this. That'd be ass. So we got back and biceps today, right? Focus on more shoulder and lat than mid back. So far, we have done some strict curls on the cable, and we have also done some face pulls. I really enjoy face pulls, although we're not targeting mainly mid back today like I usually do, because I'm really trying to get that like I want some definition. You still gotta work a little bit of mid back. You gotta hit the muscle. You gotta hit all the muscle groups. At least to me. Y'all can laugh at me while I struggle to put this attachment on this lat pull down machine. Alright, watch me struggle while I do this. I have to stand up on the seat. So first thing we're going to be doing for our lats is some wide neutral grip pull downs. A high heel of mine. Not a big fan of lat pull downs, to be honest. I feel like we need to come up with better, like more optimal ways to work out these muscles, because I hate lat pull downs. They hurt my forearms a lot. I don't got strong wrists, guys. I think like in 4th grade, I sprained both my wrists like 5 times each. That's hyperbole, but I sprained my wrists a lot when I was a kid, as well as my ankles. one time. So I danced when I was a kid. One time at dress rehearsal the day before the performance.
And one time at band camp, we weren't supposed to have pillow fights, but we had a pillow fight, and it was so much fun.
I did a little arabesque. I did a little arabesque jump. I hit that, and I came down on my ankle wrong, and I twisted it, and it was like fractured or something. I don't even remember. It was so long ago, but it was horrible. 0 out of 10 experience. Didn't get to perform, but still got my little participation trophy. Dude, now I really look like a douchebag. Did you hear what I said? I said I really look like a douchebag now. Bro, the fucking cut off tank top, backwards hat.
Hoochie Daddy shorts on.
Hell yeah, I got the Hoochie Daddy shorts on. Skies out, thighs out, bro. Skies out, thighs out. Suns out, guns out. Okay. Pump cover has come off. Pump cover is absolutely necessary when you're in the gym, to be real. Usually I keep mine on constantly because I don't like it. But the AC has been broken in this building for like the past like 3 months, and it's hot as balls. It's hotter than Pedro Pascal in here. But I feel things for that, man. So we got the neutral grip lat pull downs done. Now we're moving into just plain old wide grip lat pull downs. And then, so with the way what I do for my wide grip lat pull downs is, or at least what I'm gonna try out today because I saw it on the internet. I'm gonna go conventional wide grip, do that shit, and then an underhand close grip, which she had a sick pump. So we're gonna go with it. We're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna try it out together today. So I absolutely adore the gym, right? I've been here, or I'm not here specifically, but I've been going to the gym really since high school. My sophomore year of high school, I started powerlifting, and it struck something. It struck fucking nerve in a good way, because I discovered a passion that I could actually do, that I was actually good at. But I adore the gym. For a really long time, I was very unhappy with my body. I struggled with eating disorders. I struggled with body dysmorphia, all the things. And the gym has helped me move like leaps and bounds through those issues and helping me cope with the way I feel. What do you want? Why are you looking at me, dog? Do not perceive me. You know what? I have a really funny joke.
Okay.
So, motherfuckers be like, what are your pronouns? And my response to that is, if they're doing it like a mean way, I pull a Jesus quote. A Jesus quote. I go, I am who you say I am. Oh, yeah. Leave me alone. All right, bye. So anyways, I love gym. I've gained so much confidence going to gym. I've made so many friendships, as you can see. I actually told him earlier how much I appreciate him. And just how awesome it is to have people here that I know have seen my progress and are seeing me and recognizing the work I'm putting in. That's the thing about when you consistently keep going to the same gym for a long time, especially in a small town like I am. You make connections. You don't necessarily like make family, but you get to know people, and even you're not getting to know them, you're watching them in their journey. It's very inspiring to me, But I like my body. I love my body. It takes me where I need to go. It may not be perfect, even in my own eyes. There are definitely some things I would change about myself. I think that's something we can all say. But I don't let those things that I don't necessarily love about myself hold me back in any aspect. The gym is one of my favorite coping mechanisms that I have. Ever since I started going into mental health treatment and things, people not people, but your therapists and your counselors and your psychiatrist will ask you, well, what are some coping mechanisms that you have? I've always said working out, exercising, going to the gym, because it is scientifically proven, according to the American Psychological Association, the APA, that working out is good for your mental health. Within 5 minutes of some good, heartbeat getting going, exercise, within 5 minutes of that, beginning your brain starts to release the happy chemicals. You know, the endorphins, the serotonin, dopamine, all those things start to release in your brain and start to feel better. Also, working out has been scientifically proven to give you more energy.
You need energy.
Okay, Sporticus, get it together now. But this is because of the mitochondria. It encourages mitochondria production in all of your cells. And as we know, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell and gives us energy. It feeds off oxygen and food, carbohydrates to be specific. So as long as you're breathing, eating, and moving, you're gonna have some energy. Now let's get into that eating thing. One of the toxic aspects of the gym is the diet culture aspect. Gym culture and diet culture go hand in hand always. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with dieting. There's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to lose weight, wanting to be skinnier. My concern when people tell me they want to lose weight or want to be skinnier or have a flat stomach or have smaller thighs or whatever is that they're going to do it unhealthily. They're going to restrict their eating instead of eating quote unquote healthier. A lot of people in the gym will develop a restricted eating disorder called orthorexia or anorexia athletica, which is a restricted eating disorder characterized by quote unquote healthy eating habits. It's the desire for everything to be healthy and balanced and for you to be living like this organic, perfect health, greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes life. You know?
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs.
It is a disease disguised as a virtue at the end of the day. Regardless of how you look walking into a gym, you're gonna walk out feeling better. Y'all, it's like 1:40 in the morning. I'm getting a little delirious to be real, but like I gotta finish the workout. I gotta lock in. All right. So next up on our back and biceps adventure, we have some conventional bicep curls. I'm gonna be doing the 25s today. Kind of going a little light. So everything I do to failure. I do like 3 sets to failure. Sometimes if I'm on like a cable, I'll do a 4th set as like a major drop set and just rip those out mega failure. I like how I did tricep push downs, you know. But that's usually what I do. But when I'm in like free weights, it's kind of harder to do like a quick drop set like that. So usually what I'll do is I'll do 2 sets, either as progressive overload, if you can even call 2 sets of increasing progressive overload, or I'll do 2 sets of the same weight and then I'll drop down. But I believe drop sets are very important. Always push to failure. I think pushing to failure in the gym is a good metaphor for life as well, because even when you're just doing half of it, you're still doing something, you're still working that muscle, you're still getting that burn, you're still getting that pump. So metaphor that even when you're just trying, you know, as long as you're trying and you're still moving, you're still pushing, you're still making progress. But at the end of the day, you do gotta take a rest. You can't rest forever. Is that crazy? Did I just blow my own mind or something? So gym culture has always been perceived as toxic. I've talked about this already with diet culture and eating disorders and aesthetics over health, you know? But I think a recent rise in like gym goers in general, due to popularity of gym influencers on social media, has kind of made the community more toxic in a way, especially in our day and age of social media. We live in a culture of comparison. I mean, from the time we come out of the womb, we are constantly looking around and comparing ourselves and our actions and the way we look to others to see if what we're doing is right, if what we're doing is wrong. So take certain gym influencers who will push a certain narrative that this routine or this supplement or this diet will get you where you need to be. They may show you their before pictures, their after pictures, and say, hey, I can do it, so you can do it too with this method. You compare yourself to them. I don't want to look like that, but I don't. So let me do what they were doing. And then it doesn't work for you. And they say, we'll just do it better. Just try harder. You need to do better. You need to do this diet, this exercise, this supplement. Constantly pushing things to you. Inadequacy sells products. Feelings of insecurity and inadequacy will always and have always driven capitalism. From Victoria's Secret to Walmart to people on TikTok, everyone is trying to sell you something, you know? Everyone is always trying to tell you that you have to look like this, you have to be this, they shove pictures of these Photoshop robots in our faces and they tell us that we have to be this unobtainable standard. And we compare ourselves to these things and we feel horrible about ourselves. That's the toxicity. And social media exploits our need to compare. And in the gym, you're already comparing yourself to all these people. So now you combine the gym with social media. You're comparing yourself to not only people in the gym, but people on social media. You think you need to look skinnier. You think you need to have bigger shoulders. You think you need to have more toned quads. So you do these specific exercises, these specific diets, these specific routines that are created by other people who probably aren't qualified to be creating these things and to be promoting them. Because they're not dietitians, they're not nutritionists, they're not kinesiologists, trainers, they're not physical therapists, whatever. They're influencers at the end of the day. They don't know you, and you don't know them. They don't know your body, and they don't know your journey. You can't expect to have the same results as them from that same workout. Fitness is a journey, and everybody is different. Everybody's going to have different results in different times with different exercises and different diets. Yes, there are I guess you would say templates you could follow, but you have to edit them. You have to figure out what's best for you. It's taken me years to create my weekly split and to have it actually be optimal for me. And I'm still curating it. I'm still perfecting it to this day. Actually, I'm going to be probably trying out some new exercises later that I hope are going to make my lats bigger. I think that our culture of comparison needs to turn into a culture of compassion, especially in the gym. We have to help each other. We have to be compassionate towards each other and understand that everyone's journey is not the same. So, I think what I'm trying to say here in this very long-winded way is just to be kind and to mind your own business, Because comparing is not always judging yourself against others. Comparing can also be judging others against yourself. I'm comparing myself to this guy over here saying he's skinny, he has chicken legs. And I am saying I have huge shoulder thighs compared to him. And I'm trying to make myself feel better by putting him down. That's not a culture of compassion. That's a culture of comparison. And I don't agree with that. I believe with my whole heart, genuinely, that everyone is beautiful in their own way, that we were all created for a purpose, fearfully and wonderfully. Our bodies are beautiful. They take us where we need to go. They help us do what we need to do in our daily lives, and we may not be happy with the way they look all the time, but we have to appreciate them. We have to be grateful to them. Affirmations are very important as well. I do partake in the daily affirmation. In our modern age of social media and comparison and anxiety and hatred, really what we need to be doing is extending a hand to one another and appreciating each other for who they are and meeting each other where they are, because we're all on our journey, trying to reach that path of enlightenment, trying to get to nirvana. Alright, let's get back to the workout. Next up, we got some hammer curls. I used to do this weird variation of hammer curls that I saw once on Instagram Reels, and it was like this, and then you would do it with the other hand. But I always got weird looks for doing that. Lateral raises, actually, genuinely one of my favorite exercises. I think are lateral raises. I feel like a bird. Caw, caw. All right, next up, we have an exercise. Whoa. We have an exercise I have done before, but a machine I have not. This is the isometric isolateral, not isometric, isolateral shoulder press. Machine starting weight is 10 pounds. Usually when I shoulder press, I use dumbbells and I go for like 30s. Just because that's like a comfortable weight for me that I know I'm not gonna have to throw down or anything. So we're gonna see what we can do here. We might try to max out some shoulder press. So last exercise we're gonna do is going to be a quick little burnout, and it's a superset burnout. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do to failure bent over rows with your heavy weight, and with your lighter weight, you're going to do at minimum half of the amount that you did of rows, but ideally to fail your strict conventional curls, or strict curls, whatever. And usually you would do 2 or 3 sets of these, but my phone's gonna die, my headphones are gonna die, my mic's gonna die, and I'm out of storage on my phone, so I gotta run. So I'm gonna do 2 like quick consecutive sets of it, like no rest, and just pop, pop, get that done. And then I'll be done with my workout. My phone died before I got to say goodbye. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I hope it inspired you to maybe go to the gym. I think it'd be a great idea personally. As always, I really enjoyed making this video for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching it. I will see you next time. Good night.